So I thought I'd just make a quick video, hopefully without any editing, so that I can just upload it really quickly. So that's one of my goals actually of 2018, is to try and make more videos but with less editing. So quick, short, bang, do, no editing, because editing is what takes a long time. But anyway, the reason why I'm actually making this video today is, number one, to wish you all a very happy new year. 2017 for me has been a brilliant year, even though I had a car crash at the beginning of the year. When was that? January, February time. Even though I broke my wrist and cracked my patella, which is my kneecap, and even though I ended up in hospital in August with an appendicitis and was in hospital for 4 days. Even though all those things happened, I had a brilliant 2017, because all of those were opportunities. For example, I've never had a cast put on my arm before. I've never had a cast put on anything before. So that was kind of like an experience. It was something to tick off the bucket list. Being in hospital, being rushed to hospital in an ambulance, was all a new experience for me. I have been to hospital before, I have had various things done at the hospital, but it was a new experience. And I met some lovely people in the hospital, which sounds crazy, but some people that really make you realise how lucky you are to have the health that you have. Even if the health that you have is compromised, some of the people in the hospital's health and their cheery spirit really made me... It was an experience. I learned from it, which was brilliant. And so I'm hoping for the same for 2018. And as per usual, I've picked my word. And it's interesting because I've been doing the word of the year thing, I would say probably for 8 to 10 years. I'm trying to think, because it was big in scrapbooking, and I used to love scrapbooking. I still do love scrapbooking, I just don't have any time for it anymore. But we used to do it in scrapbooking. Everyone used to pick a word of the year. And I don't know if Ali Edwards started it, but Ali Edwards used to always do it. And she does that course, doesn't she? The online one little word. So definitely, I mean, it's been around for a while in scrapbooking, which is when I started doing it. And this year, it was weird because I kind of thought I had my word, and my word usually always comes to me and sticks with me, and I just know it's my word. And that's pretty much what happened with my word. I kind of thought, oh, it's coming to the end. This was about the end of November. Oh, I suppose I should really be thinking about what my word's going to be. Oh, I know what my word's going to be. My word was going to be light, and it probably still is going to be one of the words, because I've actually chosen 2 words this year. And the word light was because, one, I've been decluttering and minimalising, as you well know, for the last... solidly for a year, because I did a lot of videos last year. I'd started just before that, which is why I started doing my craft room. Was that last year or the year before? I did my craft room the year before last, didn't I? I did. So I've been solidly cluttering for 2 years, and probably started 2.5 years ago. Yeah, about 2.5 years ago, I decided enough was enough. I think my word in 2014 was simplify. So that's probably when I started doing the decluttering. Yeah, it was. So 3 years I've been decluttering, and after I did my craft room, which was a major thing for me to do my craft room, because that was really a black hole of clutter. After I did the craft room, really the seal was open and I could just really get rid of a lot of stuff. And pretty much everywhere downstairs and everything is done now. We still have quite a lot of stuff in the garage and some stuff in the loft, which is not our stuff. It's stuff that came from my father-in-law's house when he moved into a nursing home, or it came from my mum's house when my dad died, and there's obviously emotion around that. So I'm going to continue with that, but that's beside the point. The reason why I wanted to pick the word light was, number one, all this decluttering has made me a lot lighter and I wanted to continue with that light, the light feeling of having less stuff, the lightness of once you've got to the stage where you only have the things in your life that you really want, there is a lightness that is just, and I want to stay with that. Plus there's a sort of double meaning of the word light, as in lightness and happiness and jolliness. And I found that over the last, since I've been working full-time again, I've noticed a little bit of stress coming back into my life from working, back in sort of like a full-time arena. And it's not something I am necessarily enjoying. So I want to try and bring back the lightness, the levity. And I really thought that light was going to be my word. It was the word that seemed to stick most with me. Oh, and that was the other thing as well, is that 2 years ago, when we had the new conservatory done, I spent a lot of time in light, as in enjoying the conservatory, because it's like a sun trap out there. I sat out in the sun a lot. I got a lot of light on me. But then last year I didn't so much, and I've got a vitamin, I think we've all got vitamin D deficiency, haven't we? I've got my vitamin D sort of dropped down really a long way last year, and so I do need to spend more time in the light. And so it was just like light was the word. And then all of a sudden, the end of November, and when it was really stressful at work at this point, I remember saying to my husband, there doesn't seem to be much joy in my life at the moment. As soon as I said that word, for the next week, 2 weeks, everywhere I looked was the word joy. Now that possibly could mean because the Christmas decorations was appearing in the shop, but I didn't even notice it in Christmas decorations. It was more to do with every time I looked on Instagram, there was a post about bring the joy, be the joy you want to be, keep the joy in your life, this, that and the other. And I was thinking that's what's been missing towards the tail end of this year. So up until about June, July time, I had so much joy in my life. And then as I became to doing the work full time, and I've been really enjoying the work that I've been doing full time and the giving back that I'm doing by doing the job, but I've realised that the actual joy in my life, as in spending time with family and friends, playing games, we have games evening, we have friends round, has stopped. So from about July onwards, we've had no friends round. I had to cancel my family coming round when I was in hospital, and after that we haven't, had them round since then. And I've realised, and I said to my husband, that's it. My word's going to be joy. I'm going to bring the joy, be the joy. I am a very joyful, happy, jolly person, and I have to bring the joy. And I love being joyful and all that kind of thing. So, and we've just had an amazing Christmas. Today is the 31st of December, so it's Sunday the 31st of December. It's just about to become the new year. And my family went home last night, so they stayed here a week, just shy of a week actually. So when was Christmas Eve? Christmas Eve was Sunday, yeah, so just short of a week. And we played games, we ate good food, we sat around in onesies all day. We literally locked the front door and just had some really good family time, watching films, just being silly, and it was so nice. And now it's back to the real world. But I wanted to continue with, that sort of joy. So my word of the year, I'm actually going to keep light as well, because I really like light as in a kind of lightness and joy and light, whatever it is. I don't know, they both sound a bit quite religious, which they're not. The connotations that I'm using them for are not religious. It's just to be more joyful and appreciate the light. Sort of, God, it's really difficult to do. The words mean something to me in my head. They have a real deep meaning. But try to sort of verbalise what they mean to me is really difficult. And on the subject of light and decluttering, I am going to be doing the Min's game in January. Which means I am going to, so on the 1st of January you get rid of one thing, on the 2nd of January you get rid of 2 things, and 3 things, and then on the end of the last day of January you get rid of 31 things. So throughout the month, if you add all them things up, you get rid of 496, I think it is, things. So I'm going to be doing that in January. I'm going to put every day I'm going to post on Instagram, or try to. So day 1 there'll be a picture of one thing that I'll get rid of, and day 15 there'll be 15 things that I'm getting rid of. I'm looking forward to doing that. I also might make a video of at the end of the month or halfway through the month to say, you know, what I've done, what I've got rid of, where I've gone with it. And I'm also going to do more decluttering videos, because where we are now, we've done quite well, but that was really the first pass, because I was a bit of a closet hoarder. You know, I wasn't living in boxes of stuff and all that kind of stuff, but I was on the cusp. And obviously, you know, I spent a lot of time, sort of Easter time and the early part of summer, helping people who are truly hoarders get rid of stuff, which was very enlightening for me. Which means now when I open drawers and see things that I think, okay, well, I'm keeping that for just in case, rather than for, you know, it's a need. So I'm going to have a second pass and get rid of stuff, because it is so nice when you reach this kind of nirvana of having just the right amount of stuff. So that's it. They're my words of the year. So light and joy, and I hope to have lots of them in 2018. And I wish you, all the people that watch my videos, much light and much joy in 2018. I really appreciate everyone who gives their ultimate resource, which is their time and their attention, to watch my videos. So thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you all in 2018. Happy New Year.